A very fresh morning, class 10 students. So here we are with another step about the sexual reproduction in flowering plants. So in our previous lecture, we talked about till zygote formation, right? We talked about double fertilization, we talked about triple fusion. So in this lecture, I'm going to tell you that how from a seed a new seedling is developed, or how a baby plant is developed, right? So today we are going to talk about seed formation or germination, basically development of a seedling from a seed, that is called the germination. But let's recall first what we did in our previous lecture. We talked about two things. We talked about the structure which is formed after fusion between male gamete and female gamete. And what is that structure known as? It is known as your zygote, right? And then we talked about that after triple fusion there is another structure which is triploid in nature, which is giving rise to, which is giving nutrition to the developing zygote, that is called endosperm formation, which was formed after the fusion between the second male gamete and central nuclei or secondary nuclei. That was our last lecture. In today's lecture, we will now see that this zygote, the structure which is formed after the fusion, this zygote will now divide, right? This will divide continuously, repeatedly. One cell will divide it from two cells, two will divide four, then 4 to 8. So many cells are formed, and ultimately they give rise to a structure which is known as embryo. Here at this point I want to know two things from you. What should I write in front of zygote? Is it N or 2N structure? That you have to tell me. Second, when I'm saying that zygote divides, zygote is dividing continuously and giving rise to a structure which is known as embryo. You have to tell me at this stage which kind of division I am talking about. Am I talking about mitosis, or am I talking about meiosis? Right? So please mention your answers so that I can have idea that how much you have understood about that. Is it a 2N structure or it is a N structure, and what kind of division it is having, mitosis or meiosis? Okay, so now zygote divides and it forms embryo. So what do we have now? Zygote is changing into embryo. We have endosperm plus embryo. They together form a seed where they were developing, where your zygote was developed. It was developed inside the ovule. So now ovule develops a thick coat. Ovule ultimately it develops into a thick coat and forms seed. And the ovary, where are the ovules present? They are present inside the ovary. If this is our part here, these ovules, they are present. So this ovary, it will change into fruit, and this seed, the ovule, they develop into seed, and this seed is capable to give rise to a new plant. I have said a sentence that seed is capable to give rise to a new plant. How? What is it having? ऐसा क्या है इसके पास कि it is able to give rise to a new plant? So there are three things which are formed after a seed formation that a seed has, right? So it has radicle, it has plumule, and it has cotyledons. I will show you with the diagrams. Don't worry about that. First, let's talk about the terms, and then I will move you with the I will move to the diagrammatic portion. So radicle is going to develop into your future roots, and plumule, this portion of the seed that will give rise to future shoots, and cotyledons, because this baby plant, it is not having much leaves. They are immediately to leaves, true leaves, they cannot be developed. So from where they are getting storage, from where this seed is getting storage, that is the cotyledons. So cotyledon are those parts, those organs in a seed which store food. Seed with one cotyledon is known as monocotyledon, and seed with two cotyledon is known as dicotyledon. Okay, so now comes your second part, that is about germination. When we are saying that there is something present inside the seed which give rise to a new plant, right? We are saying that. So radical, plumule, cotyledon. So that process through which a new seedling will develop. So development of a new seedling from a seed under appropriate, under favorable conditions, that is called germination. जब भी आप सीड को सो करते हो सॉइल में, यू गिव वाटर, you take care of temperature, you take care of proper conditions, right? That conditions, if they are favorable for the seed to grow, then the seed will ultimately give rise to a new seedling. So here you can see in this diagram that zygote, that was our first structure which was formed after fertilization. Now the second structure which is formed after zygote, that is called your embryo. As you can see, that zygote is dividing continuously and form a many number of cells, and ultimately there is a structure which is formed, that is called embryo, and it is called future plant, right? It is called future plant. So here now, as you can see, this future plant, they has few parts. These are known as cotyledons. Then these they are cotyledons, and then cotyledons, they are attached at a point. These cotyledons, they are attached at a central point, and these are known as plumule. And what is plumule? That is our future shoot, that give rise to future shoot. So now at the upper portion, it has radicle. This upper portion is known as radicle. R for radicle, R for roots. This radicle, it will give rise to your future root. So now when this ovule, this is the structure of ovule. Now this ovule, it becomes mature, and then it develops a thick coat. This covering of the ovule, it becomes thick. As you can see, this color changes. It becomes more and more thick, and this is now known as seed. And in this seed has cotyledons, this seed has plumule, this seed has radicle. So these three parts, they can give rise to a new plant. That is why we are saying that this is a future plant. What will happen to the flower, other parts of the flower? So once your embryo formation is there, embryo is getting developed, now these petals, they will fall off. We don't need now male part, so male part will also disintegrate, they will degenerate, petals, they will fall off. And now what happened to these ovules? So these ovules, those which are fertilized, they will start developing, and ovary becomes bigger in size. Ovules, those which are fertilized, they will develop further, and those ovules which are not fertilized, they will be disintegrated. वो remove हो जाएंगे. They will be disintegrated. धीरे धीरे they will get reduced, right? Now this ovary becomes bigger. This is ovary, right? As you can see, this ovary, just look at its size, because it is going to give rise to fruit. So this ovary, it become more and more and more bigger in size, it develops, and ultimately it changes into fruit. Again, I am saying few things which are very important. Ovary develops into fruit, and ovules, please don't write them wrong way, that ovules, they develop into seed. As you can see, I have just taken the example of tomato here. So here these ovules, they change into the seeds, and ovary develop into fruit which we eat, right? So now when this is all when you put seeds in soil, so now see, all plants, they don't develop from seeds, but those which are developing from the seeds, when you put seeds in soil, then roots will start developing, right? Roots will start developing from radical part. So roots will start developing from the radical part, because they are the first thing we require in a plant. So now when the seeds, they are put into soil, roots, they will develop. Now as you can see, that these roots, they will develop, and these structure, they will get more swell up. What are these structure? The structure which get more and more swell up, और ज़्यादा बड़ा हो जाना, that they are our cotyledons. They are helping to provide nourishment to the growing seedling. So now shoots, after this, shoots will develop from the plumule part. So radical will develop from the root, and plumule, they will develop, shoots will develop from the plumule part, right? So now after this, these cotyledons, they are swell up, and they now start providing nutrition. With nutrition, more and more shoot system will develop, new leaves will arise. So now when new leaves will arrive, they are known as true leaves. They will now start photosynthesis. The moment they will start photosynthesis, these cotyledons, they are start reducing in their size. Once leaves are developed, now no need of cotyledon, they get drained up, they get shrinked, and a new baby plant is born. So here, as you can see, that this cotyledon was here mature, they are swelled up, and here the moment the new leaves, they start developing, this cotyledon, they got shrinked. And this process of development of seedling or new plant from seed is known as germination. The process of development of new plant from a seed is known as germination. So what we are saying here is that what was happened till now, let's quickly revise it. That here we said that the pollination happened. With the pollination, that male pollen grains, they germinate on stigma, right? So pollen grains, they germinate on stigma, which are carrying two male gametes. They will reach to ovule part of the ovary. They fertilized and form zygote. This zygote divide to form embryo. This embryo has cotyledons, plumule, and radicle, and it further develops. Ovule develops, get mature, and form a thick, hard coat. So now it is known as a seed. After formation of a seed from the ovule, now ovule when changes into a seed, now stamens, there is no need of stamens, so they fall off. Petals, they fall off. Now these ovules, they change into completely seed, and ovary develop into fruit. And ultimately, when you put this seed in the soil, there is a formation of new plant. We have to draw structure of seed in an exam, that this is the best structure you have to draw. That is, these are our two cotyledons, right? These are our two cotyledons, right? And this is our plumule. The upper portion is known as plumule, and there is our radicle. This portion give rise to the future roots, right? This is give rise to future roots, and plumule, it give rise to future shoot system. So this is the best diagram for the structure of seed. So what does seed have? It has plumule, it has cotyledons, and it has radicle. So this is all about our today's lecture. Now let's quickly see what kind of question can be asked. So here I am leaving you with two questions. Where is the zygote located in flower after fertilization? If you understood the process of zygote formation, you can easily mention that answer, that what is the location of zygote. Okay, second, sometime, because this is a practical based question, so they ask it in the multiple choice question, that in the given figure the parts, they are marked as A, B and C. According to you, what is the correct sequence out of the given options? Again, please read the question carefully, that a diagram is given to you and they are given A, B, C. According to you, out of these four options, which is the best option which describe this answer? Okay, so this is all about our today's lecture. In the next, we are going to start with our reproduction in human beings. Till then, take care all of you. I will meet you in the next new video.